to Nerdmageddon. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Nerdmageddon here on KZLX and with our good friends over at KNWT, their Facebook page. Just a reminder, everybody, that all views and opinions expressed on the show reflect only us, not the university, not KZLX, KNWT, or anybody else, and you are allowed to disagree and have a wrong opinion. It's fine. We still love you. I am your host, Corey Herzog. With me, I have Will Linder.
Hello, Corey.
Hello, Will. And today, we have two very special guests because Eli is sick. We have with us Mackenzie Duvall.
Hello.
And we have Molly Howard.
Hauser,
I'm sorry. Yeah, well, thank you guys so much for coming on the show. It was a little last minute, but we're really glad to have you.
We are very glad to have you on this show. Are you related to Doogie Howser, MD? I didn't recognize your last name. Well, it might have been before. It was before all of us were alive. But it's a famous doctor who did some medical breakthroughs with medicine, and he also is a 9-year-old kid. So I'm hoping that you are like him. So
I'm not.
Okay. Well.
No, so why don't you tell the audience a little bit about yourselves, major, what you're interested in, what makes you a nerd?
I'm in Parks and Recreation Management. I completely blanked on everything else. I really like Dungeons and Dragons, so role-playing games. Certain TV shows.
Yeah. Molly?
I'm a creative writing and publishing major, so I'm supposed to be creative. Don't know how much that going for me, but I like Dungeons and Dragons like Kenzie does, and I also like a lot of books and anime and bands.
Love to hear it.
Bands?
Yes.
Music?
Yes.
Awesome.
Will found his new best friend.
I like bands.
Do you?
Well, I like I don't know. What's your favorite band?
It's kind of a toss-up between Blink-182, All Time Low, and As It Is.
Okay. That's fun.
Yeah.
I like that.
Respect. So you guys mentioned being creative and all of that. Halloween is probably one of the most creative holidays out there for the individual. But some schools are canceling Halloween and Halloween parties. So this is an attempt to be more inclusive to students who may not be allowed to celebrate Halloween as a holiday. So a lot of elementary schools are renaming it as like fall celebrations, creepy crawly, things like that. And people are now trying to push Halloween to be the last Saturday of October and not just the 31st.
So like they're gonna change like the celebration, because there's like the way that I grew up was there was Beggars Night, which actually was the night before Halloween, where people would go out into like the street and get out their bag of candy, go door to door trick or treating, like how you see in the movies and stuff. Yeah. So there was that, but then there was like actual Halloween, which was just like a day where I guess everybody else did their thing and stuff like that. So is it they want like, because we're talking about schools, is it they want to move like all their Halloween parties and stuff to the end of the week, or they are like getting rid of all the festivities? Fun.
The schools aren't necessarily moving their holidays. It's just that they're like renaming it and they're not calling it Halloween. But like how everyone's phrasing is like, oh, they're canceling Halloween in order to like do these other ways and be all sneaky like. But it's people our age who are, and like the boomers who are pushing for us to have Halloween on the last Saturday, so that way people can go out and celebrate and make poor life choices.
Just do it on a school night. I mean, like Halloween's mostly for kids, so just I don't know.
And college
get out
students.
there and well, yeah, but like who cares? You're like you're a young adult and you should be responsible and work hard and play hard. And this is me being a boomer. lecturing you, the millennial, about how to live.
For you radio listeners, he even has like the finger pointing going.
I am waving my finger all around. So.
Yeah, he's just telling us how to live our life out here, guys. It's wild.
I think that the same thing that they try to do with Christmas, right? It was like not try is like kind of maybe not the right word, but they switched up having it be Merry Christmas to like Happy Holidays and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's I think what they have to do in the public school systems now. That's where it is where I live. I don't know, and like that's cool, but I just don't see how like Halloween could be like super, I guess, political or something like that. I don't know the right words, but like socially advocated for like change. I don't really get that.
Well, I grew up in a fairly religious area, and I knew kids who were not allowed to like celebrate Halloween because it's Satan's holiday.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and so they weren't allowed to celebrate it, but they could do fall festivities. So that's how they got around it and still got to dress up. What about you guys? Like, what are your thoughts?
I mean, schools could probably have costume parties. Instead of saying it's Halloween, they can have costume parties and then do games and get candy. So it's still technically a Halloween party, but it's just a costume party instead.
Yeah.
I feel like if you really want to move, because I kind of grew up like around where, like, kind of in the same situation as Will did, where like Bayer's Night is a different night than actual Halloween. Or at least that was how it was in other places around me. My neighborhood did it on Halloween night. But that's because we were small and isolated. But, like, it was the kids had their own night, and then the adults, so that way they didn't have to worry about kids wandering in the streets, could go and do what they wanted to do and, like, party and stuff. So I don't know why they want to move it when they already have, like, a beggar's night to keep the kids away from the drunk people.
You know what this is like the plot of? I don't know if you guys have seen the Halloween Town movies.
I love Halloween Town!
But Halloween Town 3, as in Halloween High, has
Yes!
like the same thing where people like don't believe in like ghouls and goblins anymore. So then like the girl has to like round up a bunch of students to go to a high school, and the plot doesn't make sense. But like it was
That
all
was
about
my
how this
favorite
is
Halloween Town movie. Not gonna lie. Like, everyone dogs on it. It is the best one in my opinion.
I don't know. I watched all three one night with our friend Kendra. And
Wait, I thought there was more.
Four.
There's four.
There's four.
Oh, there's a fourth one?
Because there's a
Yeah,
university one.
Well, great. Now I'm going to have to rewatch all of them and then add in the fourth one. But the second one's probably my favorite because the guy gets, like, really mad that his dad died. Did he die? Or he just kind of disappeared, so they never really, like, clarify it. But he gets revenge on Halloween Town, and it's some really awesome artistic choices by the director in there. So,
Okay.
Anyway, look,
remember.
I just want Halloween to happen and not be like this, so.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned directors and artistic movement and a weird plot. So I want to talk about Zombieland Double Tap for a minute. I went to go see that, and I'm going to hopefully avoid spoilers for all of you out there, but preemptive spoiler alert, I guess, just in case. But for those of you who don't know, the second film of the Zombieland franchise came out, and it was okay. I was pleasantly surprised. I normally don't like sequels for the sake of a sequel, but I liked this one. Original cast, it's a few years into the apocalypse. Lil Rock is our age. She's wanting a boyfriend, so she finds, I do not know how to say his name. Berkeley. Well, like, I was going to say the actor's name. But she finds Berkeley. And Berkeley is every father's nightmare, or at least my father's nightmare. He is a musician who is a pacifist.
Jeez.
At least as far, like, for his daughter to date. My dad is very much like Tallahassee. I joke that my dad and his best friend, if you merge them together, you would get Tallahassee from Zombieland. Looks like my dad, acts like Uncle Knox. And, yeah, my mom just leaned over. She goes, if you date a guy like Berkeley, your dad would kill you. Like, figuratively speaking, but
That's
it was good.
Because...
I enjoyed it. Had a few good laughs. There's a guy in there who looks like Adam Bocart, for those of you who are in Wells Hall and know who that is. But for the most part...
Oh my gosh, he does.
Right?
Ah! He is actually, his name is Thomas Middleditch. And this guy is actually in a lot of, do you guys watch, like, College Humor at all?
Yeah, I've seen College Humor.
Yeah, so, like, he was on, like, the old school sketches with those guys, and he's in a lot of, like, other movies, too. For context, this is the guy in the Verizon wireless commercials who, like, does this thing, and he's kind of, young, tall.
That's where I recognize him from, other
he
than
and Adam
looking
kind
like
of look alike, so...
But, yeah, for the most part, it's good. There are a few callbacks to the previous... film, such as they find an abandoned truck, like food truck, on the road somewhere, and Tallahassee's like, we're gonna go get it, and Columbus is like, no, we're not. We did this before. Nope, not happening. A surprising lack of Twinkies, I will say. Very disappointed. Other than that, it's kind of your basic sequel that no one really asked for, but they did a good job. There is a surprise bonus scene, though, with, what's his name? The guy from Ghostbusters, I'm blanking.
Bill Murray.
Bill Murray. Knew there was an M. I wanted to call him Chad, but that's the wrong one.
It's Bill Murray.
Yeah, Bill Murray. Bill Murray makes another appearance, guys. He's not dead. He's not a zombie yet.
Bill Blanken Murray.
But yeah, so that's kind of my thoughts. As far as the rating goes, I'll probably give it a 3.5 out of 5 expired Twinkies.
Michael O'Sullivan, who's like a really trusted critic for I believe the Washington Post, he phrased it pretty well, where it was like, it was a good setup for like a sequel, but you probably couldn't do like a threequel or something like that the next part in line. So I'm glad that they just have this now.
Yeah,
so.
And I will say they left it pretty closed-ended, like they didn't leave it open for a third movie. So good on them. They're not going to milk it. Hopefully. Please don't ruin this for me. But yeah, and speaking of new things coming out, Kenzie, you want to talk Dragon Prince Season 3.
November 22nd. I'm very excited.
Yes. Who is your favorite character?
Oh, to pick. Bait.
Yeah.
Bait.
Bait is everyone's favorite character, or at least he should be. He's great. Personally, I am a fan of Mirror Daddy, but that's just me.
What is the Dragon Prince about?
So the land's kind of divided between like humans and like no magic, but the magic that they do have is dark magic. And then you have like the elves and then like the magical creatures. And what had happened was one of the humans stole the Dragon King's egg, and so then these two sons from a king on the humans is trying to get it back with the help of an elf to try to make peace.
Yeah, that's kind of basically, yeah. The voice of Sokka plays like one of the main characters. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, I can't remember his name.
But like, what's the dragon part in it? Because it's the Dragon Prince. Is that?
That's what the egg is called.
The little egg.
Okay.
It hatches shockingly, and it's a little dragon prince. And I can't remember what they named him.
It started with a Z. I just gotta call him Zappy
Zach.
for right now. Zappy Zach. But it's so cute. It's just the artwork is very well done. I like it. I'm so excited for season 3 though.
The artwork in the first season is a little rough, but it gets a lot better in the second season because it's from the same creators who created Avatar, The Last Airbender, not the blue people. But yeah, so it gets a lot better.
Yeah, I'm so excited because with the whole Claudia Soren situation, we're gonna see how that goes. For those of you who know, you know. So we're gonna see how that goes, and Ezran is now king. So they now have like a 7-year-old for a king, and a guy who looks like Daveed Diggs as his bodyguard.
The who?
Daveed Diggs, he plays Lafayette in Hamilton.
Oh,
he's in Wonder. He plays like the teacher dude.
I'm sorry, I'm familiar with Taye Diggs.
Yeah, Taye Diggs is also a great actor. Not necessarily a great person. But
Not a good person, no.
he cheated the idea. That just makes you a terrible person.
Yeah, nah.
But yeah, no, what are your hopes for the season?
I don't know. I just hope it, I don't want it to be the serious finale, which I don't think it will be. But I don't like Claudia's character, but she's had a character development that I've kind of accepted now because she's realized that she's going to put her brother first now instead of, because he almost... Yeah. And so she's now angry with her father, which I'm totally okay with because he's my least favorite character.
Well, he's the main antagonist, so I would hope you don't like him. He's not one of those characters you love to hate. He is just a character you hate.
Flat out hate.
Oh, yeah. And then speaking of, new seasons coming out, Molly, you want to talk a little bit about Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency. They're getting an animated series.
Yes. So Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency is a large mouthful, so I'll just refer to it as Dirk Gently. But so it started out as a live-action TV series that's based off of Douglas Adams' book by the same name. He's the guy that wrote Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy for reference.
Fun.
Yeah. So it's, confusing.
It's weird. Weird, confusing, and don't make sense.
Yeah. But so it started out as a live-action TV show on BBC America. So it's set in, it's not like the book. It's not like an adaptation of the book. It's based off of characters from the book. So, Dirk Gently is the main character. He was in the book. He's in this. But he has, a whole new host of characters and, sidekicks and stuff. So it's focusing on Dirk and this guy named Todd, played by Elijah Wood. So it's really it's entertaining to watch him freak out about everything that's going on. Because he's, a regular dude. But so it focuses on those two and this other girl named Farah, and they're doing all this stuff. And so it got 2 seasons before it was canceled, which was really sad. And originally there had been talk about either Netflix picking it up or AMC continuing it, but that never really came through. But it ended up not creator, but the main dude in charge, I can't remember his name right now. I think it's David something. But so he recently has been releasing all this stuff. A few months ago he announced that there was going to be an animated series, and they finally came out with new stuff. They gave character designs that first time. They've given new character designs, and they've told us who they're working with, and AMC is still kind of helping out. It's they're just kind of giving us updates, but it's a thing. It's gonna happen finally.
Do you have a release date for that?
No.
No.
Not soon, probably not for a while, but there's hope for it continuing, which is the main thing that's really exciting.
Yeah, that's awesome. I really hope that works out well for you.
Yeah.
Is there anything in particular that you hope that they talk about?
I don't know, because so the first season was weird, and so the whole thing is that it draws back to things that happened in past episodes 6 episodes later.
Okay.
So it's kind of you get all the clues, and you're supposed to kind of start connecting them as well as the characters connect them. So the first season had time traveling and body switching and long-lived cults, and then the second season had a different dimension and cowboys with scissors for swords, and it's I don't know what to expect from an animated series. Is
Douglas
what I'm
Adams.
getting at.
Yeah.
It's just the style. He's just a weird dude, and I tried reading Hitchhiker's Guide a couple times, and I
had to read it
so
for
lost.
a class.
Yeah, there's a movie. It's pretty good.
Yeah,
but I guess what I'm hoping for from this is a continuation, and they finally have an agency and an actual building, and I just hope it continues from where the show ended.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like they're pretty far along in development if they're going this far to announce here's who we've designed and here's who we're partnering with. Speaking of animated, Sailor Moon getting 2 new movies, guys. Sailor Moon Eternal is a 2-film project that's going to be releasing here in September of 2020.
I have a question.
Yes.
Are they doing the same animation as Sailor Moon Crystal, or old animation?
From my understanding, it's gonna be like Crystal.
Ooh, I don't like Crystal compared to the old one.
It's been a hot minute since I've watched like both like back to back.
See, I've only watched the original one, but like I've seen stills from Crystal, and like I don't know what it is, but it's like they did weird like highlights in Crystal that I don't like.
Yeah, that's totally fair. I do remember it like being really close to the manga, a little bit closer than the original was. But so Eternal is going to be adapting the events in the Dead Moon arc from the manga, which I don't think I ever got to that point when reading it. I think I read like 5 like volumes in before I had to stop because I'm poor. It was also like in high school and stuff. However, we do not have an English dub release date for this. So for those who are like me, they like the dub because they're doing like 20 different things at the same time as they're watching it. Probably gonna have to wait just a little bit longer, as with just about everything else. But people are getting really excited about this. They have Kazuki. I don't know how to say their last name, and I'm afraid to butcher it. But they did the designs for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. So they're going to be writing the script. And we have the returning voice cast from Sailor Moon Crystal. So they're going to be coming in and doing that. So hopefully we'll get to see something pretty cool. I'm excited. Because they also have a musical out now. So Sailor Moon the musical, Sailor Moon the movie.
Wait,
There's
like a new musical or like the old musical? Because I've seen bits from the old musical, and it's weird, but like also hilarious.
Like the one from like around 2016-ish.
Okay.
Give or take.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know which one that is. I didn't know there was
honestly
an
don't
old
know.
one.
I've only seen like little short clips of a bunch of people running around a stage in Sailor Moon outfits.
I love it. I
So-
support it. I think that's awesome. And what else is awesome is Spotify members could be getting a free Google Home Mini. Will, take it away.
Yeah, this is something that I saw like on Rolling Stone magazine, and at first I was like, well, this doesn't sound real until I realized it was. So Spotify, if you have like a premium user thing or whatever, I guess you can get a free Google Home Mini. The title of the article was that Spotify is gifting premium users a Google Home Mini for no reason other than
This
just
is
good stuff. So I guess they announced it in like March or something like that. If you would receive a free subscription to video streaming service for Hulu, that was all back in March. But now, I guess, like this last Tuesday, they did the same thing with their hardware. All premium users in the U.S. are now eligible for a free Google Home Mini as an amplification of the previous offering that was just like family plan subscribers and stuff like that. So I'm not sure if this works on like student accounts and stuff like that.
Should.
I believe it's just new Spotify premium users, and the company's like million. I guess it's just everybody. I need to like look at the details a little bit more.
Yeah, and send it to me.
Indefinitely. But have you ever like had the experience to use a Google Home or anything like that? They're really cool, but kind of creepy.
My roommates, my roommate and her boyfriend, they have 2 Alexas. And so they have one in their room and then one in like our dining room. And it's so weird because my roommate's name is Alex. So we'll say something like, "Hey, Alex," and it'll trigger Alexa.
Oh wow, that's weird.
Ooh.
Yeah. But they also have it programmed where they'll say certain stuff and then like target it at us, and it does like a different like command, which is kind of cool, but also very 1984.
And it's like a mini too, so it's pretty portable and all that.
Yeah.
I stay away from things like Alexa. It sketches me out.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
even use like Siri. I mean, I know that they can like hear me anyway, whatever. That's fine, but I'll probably get the home. You know.
Yeah. Part of me wants it because it'd be like, yeah, I don't have to pay for it, but also it's creepy.
I do not want one at all because I know someone who has a Google and they were able to like play back like what there was like someone talking in that room and they're like, yeah, you can play it back. Like it's always on. And it's like, well, if there's a conversation going on between 2 people and you don't want like the person who owns it to like know what you're saying. Like that's it creeps me out. I don't trust it.
Well, how long does it like hold conversations for?
I don't know.
That's
All
the
I know
question.
is that like I was talking to one of my close friends about it, and they are like, yeah, my dad's Google, like home Google, like it can play back conversations that were like happening in that room, and I'm just like, no thanks.
Creepy.
Imagine being in a fight with your significant other or something and just being like, Alexa, play back conversation.
Oh yeah. Well, Alexa, what did I say about the mom or whatever? Like,
Yeah.
you can just
Like,
go back.
imagine how much more epic
Genius.
these fights are going to get.
But also terrifying.
Exactly.
But the one good thing is I like going to like Best Buy and I go into like the Google or the Alexa section and I just go, hey Google, play, and then whatever song pops into my head, I say it and then I run away from that area.
oh.
I'm that person.
Yeah.
But they are on like retail, I guess. So I guess there's gonna be like some kind of link that you can get for Spotify, and you just click on it, and it'll send you through like the Google online store or something. So that's cool. But yeah.
All right. Well, unfortunately, it is time for us to wrap up. Thank you guys for coming on. Thank you, Will, for being a great host and showing up.
Well, this is a weird time to thank me. You should just thank me at the beginning of every episode, you know.
I do. Thank you guys for tuning in. And as always,
You nerd it here first.